Hello everybody and welcome to Zero Time Dilemma. I am Gina, aka the Gina Chu. We are here to replay the final entry in the Zero Escape series. I am so excited to share this with you guys today. So we are going to jump into it. A couple of notes as this thing is loading up. So Zero Time Dilemma, if you've seen 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, works a little bit differently. It's not as smooth transition-y as the other two games are because they were a little rushed for time. The plot is a little bit over, everywhere, so don't be afraid to ask questions. I'll be more than happy to tell you if I can answer those things for you or not. And I am just really excited to share this with you guys. Also, the game works a little weird with the way that you play things. It doesn't necessarily work on, like, story paths like the other two games have, but it does have, like a tree. It's a lot. So, yeah, we will jump into that. Let me load up the game. I don't know if it's... Oh. Spike Chunsoft, the masterminds behind this insanity. I'm gonna check the options. I'm gonna keep skip text off. I don't think we should need it at the moment. Why does that bracelet look different? Because we're in a brand new game, baby! We're in a brand new game! Let's start with the first chapter, shall we? Let's just jump in. Coincide. Now we're gonna jump in without a lot of knowledge, so... It is 12/31/2020.
Who would do this?
Shit. What's wrong with you?
Someone's one-night mistake?
A mistake?
Maybe Diana's.
This isn't the time for jokes.
Let me guess. That helmet can't come off, can it?
So creepy. I don't want it near me. Where the hell did this thing come from?
Forget it. Shouldn't we be trying to get out of here?
Impossible. This is a confinement room.
The bar's only open from the other side.
Nothing to do but ask whoever did this to let us out.
The mastermind's right there. That kid locked us up.
Yeah, it's always the
So
kid!
he was the one who put these on us?
Oh yes, we're back, ladies and gentlemen! Because we can't stop having notary games!
It wasn't me.
It wasn't the kid!
It talks!
Life is very unfair, don't you think?
There are moments when a single snail can make a world go extinct.
Go extinct?
What the hell are you going on about?
Who are you?
I'm sure you'll eventually.
Why are you doing this?
I require all of you to take part in a game.
A game?
A
With
game?
the fate of you, me, and the human race in the balance.
Fuck that!
Let's
Ooh.
get started.
That guy's pissed. Alright, blue or red, guys? What are we thinking it's gonna land on? Place your bets. Ooh.
Beneath my foot, there's a coin. One side of it is
Blue?
red, while the other side is blue. Which side of the coin is facing up? Make a guess. However, you only get one chance.
Do we get something if we get it right?
Your freedom. I promise that I will release all of you.
And
This
what
guy
if we're wrong?
promises.
You won't lose. You will have to stay in the game until at least 6 of you are dead.
What? Let's go with blue.
It's red.
Right, red. It's gotta be red.
50-50 chance. And the odds for each are the same.
Then we should vote. Wait! I can't believe you guys.
Kane's right. You're just going to do what he says?
What do you think, Carlos? You are the leader of this group. I will
Yeah,
take
Carlos.
your decision as everyone's final answer.
What are you talking about?
I'll let Carlos choose.
Pick red.
It's blue.
So what do you say, Carlos?
No, Carlos!
Don't answer him!
Don't answer. Just don't give him an answer.
Time to choose, Carlos. You are that solitary snail.
That's right.
The
We
fate
are
of
the
the
snail.
world rests on your decision.
Oh, indeed it does. Welcome to decide time. Get used to it. All right, so you said blue. We're gonna go with blue coins. Your name is Coins, so you should know, right? Also, I need to mess with the volume. Oh my lord.
Zero time dilemma.
Zero time dilemma.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I thought, here, I'm gonna actually bump it down even more.
0 time dilemma.
But yeah, so I know a lot happened there. We'll go over what happened once we're done here. But you said blue, so we're gonna pick blue. Our choice is made, ladies and gentlemen. We've resigned ourselves to our fate. Let's see if we're getting out of here or not.
It's blue.
Hey! We were right!
So, who was it who said it was red again?
Thought 3.0.
Well done, Carlos.
Are you some kind of clairvoyant?
It was just luck. I had a 50% chance.
That's right.
It's not too hard to get it right.
Coins knows
Hey,
his
hold on a
coins. That's
sec.
right.
Okay, sure, you lucked out with your guess. But what if you had gotten it wrong?
What does it matter? Everything worked out fine.
So, are you going to make good on our deal?
Fear not. I'm a fair person. I promised to release you, and I shall. But before that, I apologize that you must all sleep.
Sleep.
When next you wake, you will have forgotten everything that just happened here.
Why would we forget?
I wonder. Pleasant dreams.
I wonder, why would you forget? And so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our cast of Chuckle Fox, one of whom you know, as you saw by the name. We have a man in a mask with, and I will remind you, by the way, in case you don't know, that mask is a plague mask. Google those. They're kind of cool. Now we're down to the next chapter, Payoff. Nevada Desert Decom. $12:05, New Year's Eve, 2028.
Hey, hold on. Why are we outside?
I have no clue.
When I woke up, we were on the ground over there.
Huh?
What is it?
Didn't we all have something attached to our left wrists?
Did you?
I suppose we might have.
Coin.
Huh?
Nothing. I just saw an image of a coin flash in my mind. It was flipped and falling.
Come to think of it. Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Someone?
Kind of bet.
Did we all forget what happened?
Well, that's not good. We know what
Hey,
forgetting gets us in this series.
could I ask all of you something?
Sure, what's up,
Who
Paw
is
Patrol?
this kid?
I don't know. Who is he? And, yeah, that's our first ending. So, congratulations, we're already done. Yeah, so that is Zero Time Dilemma. No, I'm joking. It's just the first ending. The first ending of many, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the CQD End 1. Yes, that is an ending. Welcome to Zero Time Dilemma, where nothing makes sense. We'll save in a new slot. Now it is time to choose whose fate you will follow. First, select a team to continue the story. So, in this game, instead of having individual people, we have teams. The C team, the Q team, and the D team. I also want to give you a little bit of insight into the plot because this game kind of pushes you in without really kind of understanding what's happening. So, if you remember, at the end of Virtue's Last Reward, we had this whole thing where we found out that we were Zero, and we've been shuffling our consciousness back and forth through time to try and get to this place in the Nevada desert that released this virus called Radical 6 that makes everybody feel like things are going at 1/6 the speed, or going at Radical 6 speed, that is, which is... Yeah, there's math. So it makes them think they're going at Radical 6 speed, and it starts to drive them crazy, and then they want to kill themselves, and it spread all across the earth, and then a bunch of bombs got set off, and it was pretty bad. The D team looks like Luna, but Luna wouldn't have been made yet. I mean, just because she's a chick with red hair doesn't mean she looks like Luna. And then we have this kid, and then we have Carlos. No more Dio. However, we now have Carlos. And get ready for that, because I'm telling you, we're going to be using that soundbite a lot. So, the face looks similar. Well, it's the same artist. So, you know, it's the same artist for all three games, so all the characters look a little bit alike. But anyway... it was kind of heavily implied, and I also confirmed that, I hate half these characters already, they seem douchey off. I'll just wait till you really get to know them. So, this is the place in Nevada that released Radical 6. This is the place. And we needed to get inside, well, Sigma needed to get inside this facility, figure out what happened, and stop Radical 6 from getting out. So that's what this story is it's the story of what happened in that facility that let Radical 6 out. Now, we know that Radical 6 was caused by a group of people called Free the Soul, who is like this kind of almost religious-y cult led by this man named Brother, who wants to purify the world, and he decided to do so via Radical 6. So we need to find out what the fuck is going on here. Now, we have 9 players, again, as you can see. We have a masked person with a plague mask, which, you know, I mean, we're here to stop a disease, so maybe thematic, maybe not. And we know at least one person in this facility, and that would be Akane Kurashiki. She's back, and she may or may not be more Zero than ever. I don't know. So I'm gonna show you the way that this looks. So first, let's take a look at the flowchart. This is what our flowchart looks like for now. We have 3 different things here. It's gonna get a lot bigger, but the flowchart doesn't work exactly the way that it did in the previous 2 games. So in the previous 2 games, you would just have a choice, and it would be like, okay, what door you want to go through, door 1, door 2, door 3, and then it would branch off from all your different choices, and you could kind of follow that. This is a little bit different. So it's not connected in that way, although this will show us choices that we can make. In this case, it's the C team, the Q team, and the D team. But we're also going to have to remember what we played previously. So when we jump into other pieces of story, as you can see, here we go. Each image you see here is a story fragment. Only one is available to you now, but more will unlock as the story unfolds. So, when you find you'll ensure you, this is just saying how to get help if you don't know how to do shit. And all we have right now in the teams is this exact piece, but all of these fragments are here. These are all story fragments. And each story fragment has its own little flow chart inside of it. But the game keeps track of the last choices that you made in each fragment. So to unlock different parts of these little mini flowcharts, we may have to go back and pick different choices in fragments, because it's going to act like whatever we played last is what's currently going on. So rather than jumping to a different little like storyline in the flowchart, we actually have to go back and replay those scenes and make different choices to approach other story fragments from different perspectives. For instance, if we make a choice to, let's use, it's not anti-story locking, there's a lot of story locking in this game. Just to use, the way Virtue's Last Reward worked with Ally Betray. If we went here, and let's say you know, we've got blue coin, red coin. Let's say we pick and we got it right, and we wound up over in this story fragment. Well, getting it right might change something in this story fragment. So we may go here and run into a story lock, and we may have to go back here and pick red to come back here and finish the story, because the only way this area may unlock is if the game, as if we're playing as if we made the choice of red instead of blue. It'll make a little more sense as we go through it. I hope that makes kind of sense. Like I said, it is a little weird because they didn't really have a lot of time for this game. But when I do this sort of thing, I like to go from C to Q to D, just because, I don't know, it's left to right. And Carlos here is presented to us as kind of the main character, quote unquote, of the story, as in that little intro scene he was, you know, the person of persons. So here's the little story fragment. This is what I'm talking about. So see, we have this whole thing, heads or tails, coin toss, win, payoff. So jump to here. It says LB and RB.
Choose, Carlos.
I don't have a controller set up.
That solitary snail. The fate of the world.
I don't have it hooked up. It's just programmed with those buttons because, like I said, this thing was rushed and they didn't really have the ability. So we can either choose blue or we can choose red. So we know blue's the correct answer. We want to escape, so let's choose blue. I mean, that would be what we want to do, right?
It's blue.
Oh, and it's red. No matter what you pick, you get it right
That's
the
why I
first
told you
time and
red.
wrong the second time. Just so we're
Carlos,
all aware.
Asshole! You got it wrong!
Oh, don't call Carlos an asshole!
What were you thinking?
Hey, wait a second. Carlos isn't the one to be blamed for all this.
Yeah, you tell him, Diana.
Right. The person who started it is.
So, what now?
You should know already. You were wrong.
Diana sounds
So the
familiar.
game continues.
Until 6 people are dead, huh?
At least 6.
At least 6.
It's possible there may be more than that.
There could be lots of deaths.
Why don't we hurry and get this over with then?
Before you begin,
Look at this guy. This guy's such a douche.
to go to
Sleep?
sleep.
Sleep.
When next you wake, you will have forgotten everything that just happened
Forget? But why?
here. There's no point to telling you now. You won't remember anything in a moment. Pleasant dreams.
Why would he want you to forget? That is a good question. You may figure out that answer at some point. Also, how is he making you forget? And here's just a preview of some of the shit we're going to have to deal with. Welcome to Zero Time Dilemma, a game that is out to troll and frustrate you. But we're gonna get through it. We're gonna beat it. We're gonna beat it with a stick. We're gonna beat it in the face.
Carlos!
Now, let's get into
Carlos!
the game proper and learn about more about our playing
Akane.
style.
Bastard! What the hell's going on? You brought all of us here!
No! It's not me!
Then what the fuck is that stupid thing on your head?
Let it go, Eric. No need to take it all out on the kid.
So this is Eric,
Mira?
and that's
Wonder
Mira.
what this is.
Just keeping track of the
Give it up,
characters' names because
Diana.
they don't tell you.
It's better that you don't force it off.
Why
Eric
do you
is
say
an
that?
asshole.
You should listen to her. I get the feeling she's seen it before.
Do you?
Bracelet?
That's what it was called a year ago.
What?
Right, Akane?
Junpei.
Because of course we're here to torture
How are
him
you
again.
feeling?
Why not?
Who's this?
I am Zero. The second Zero.
Oh,
The second?
Let me make one thing clear. This is a recording. So don't bother asking questions as I cannot answer them. I'd like to tell you an old story. 17 years ago, on a rainy morning, a woman went jogging in a large park.
this is all very
Her
important.
usual route led her to a fork in the road. Normally she'd run down the right path, but for some reason, this day, she chose the left. Along the way, she bumped into a senior citizen she saw every day. Surprised to see her, they asked, "Why did you come this way today?" This was her reply. "Because there was a snail." Her body was discovered a few hours later. Murdered. They found her in some bushes along the left path. Sometimes, life is simply unfair. Don't you think?
So unfair.
What the hell is all this nonsense?
It's the same for all of you. The pull of an unjust fate carried you along to this moment. Only to find yourselves in this bomb shelter 50 meters below ground.
Wait, what?
As you can see, this place is divided into 3 sections. Carlos, Akane, and Junpei. You 3 are in Ward C.
That's
You
Team
will
C.
henceforth be referred to as C-Team.
Aha!
Your leader shall be Carlos. Next is Q, Mira, and Eric. You are located in Ward Q. Your name will be Q-Team. As evidenced by the name, the leader.
They redesigned the characters in this game.
Hey,
a little
wait!
bit.
Is this a joke?
And finally, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. Ward D is where the three of you are. Diana is the leader. That makes you the D-Team.
So we have some familiar faces here.
As long as you remain within your respective wards. There is a time limit, however. 90 minutes.
Phi should be
90 minutes
frozen,
are
but
up,
should she?
an injector in your bracelet will
Should
melt.
she?
An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
Ah.
Memory erasing drugs?
As a result, you'll all fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. But you will also forget everything that occurred in those past 90 minutes.
What?
The bracelet has an additional function. A watch. Pressing the buttons on each side simultaneously will display the time.
12, 10.
Today is December 31st, New Year's Eve. The year turns over in less than half a day. Unfortunately, very few of you will find yourselves able to welcome a new 2029.
How sad.
Take a look at the door. It's clearly marked with an X. Beyond this X door is a hallway with an elevator. Riding the elevator up will take you above ground. There's no other way out. The door is easy enough to open. Simply obtain the X passes and enter them into the input device beside it. 6 X passes are needed for it to unlock. One X
No
pass
9
will
door,
be
no
enough
Q door.
every time someone dies. In blunter terms, if 6 of you die, the rest will gain all of the passwords and will be able to open the X door.
This is bullshit.
One caveat. The door remains open for only 30 seconds. Once that passes, it will automatically close and never open again. Oh yes. With this information, surely some of you at this point are thinking, how can I kill 6 people?
Oh how, oh how.
What? No one would.
I'll give you one opportunity. By majority vote, determine one team to execute.
What?
Do you see the computer in the corner of the room? The team names of your newfound enemies will be displayed on that monitor. Choose the team you've decided to eliminate. Each team gets 1 vote. The leader must submit it for the group. Your deadline is 13:30. Any team that hasn't voted before the time limit is up shall be penalized 2 votes. The group with 2 or more votes will lose. Every member of that team will be executed.
So this is kind of like the Allied Betray, not
This
quite
is
though.
the decision game.
It's a decision
game
game.
of fate.
It's decide time.
The lives of you, me, and the human race. hang
Kill
in the
Eric's
balance.
swarmy team. We can have that be the first ending if you want. Shall we kill Eric's smarmy team first? So here's an idea of how this goes. So we can go here now and we can see that indeed we have everything here. We have 100%. And we have each team's decision game. And obviously, the way the decision game is going to end, it depends on how we play these 3 games. So, as you may guess, there are multiple ways that this scene can end. You want to see his bitch ass die. Alright, so I guess the first possibility we'll go for is killing off Q Team. So, let's do that and see how that works. So obviously here there's 2 choices here. Well, let's just jump here. And I also want to clarify something for you, Coins, because you said before Fi should be frozen. Not necessarily. At the end of Virtue's Last Reward, Akane gave us kind of she gave us 2 huge hints as to what's going on here. One of them was that Akane has no idea what happened in this facility. So, second of all, she also brought up to you that the Fi from Virtue's Last Reward that was on the moon went back in time and inhabited her body from Christmas of 2028. Now, she then came to Akane and volunteered to be frozen. But if Akane doesn't know what happened in this facility, and she's here in the facility, it may stand to reason that maybe we're in another reality where Akane does know what happened in this facility because she's here, obviously. She didn't necessarily lie. Just remember that there are multiple storylines. Remember, the multiverse theory is also big in this game. Where Akane could have very easily, at the end of Virtue's Last Reward, worked for 45 years with Sigma, helped him develop all of those skills that he needed, got to the notary game in Virtue's Last Reward, and then failed again, and then realized, shit, I really need to figure out what happened in that facility. I gotta jump back again and get into that facility. Just something to think about. It's a possibility. So this is called Execution C. These are all execution scenes. It's just called Execution C because it's from C-Team's perspective. We have the prep room. We have the decontamination room. We have control. The power room, which fills me with anger. The infirmary, which fills me with even more anger. The pantry's not bad. The pantry's actually fun.
So
and
this is the last room.
This room!
Yes.
Oh, the rec room!
We checked everywhere we could.
The rec room in this game is by far the worst out of the 3. It makes me angry. Here's the map of Ward C stored in our file.
It's just as Zero said, huh? There's no way to get out, except by opening the X door.
50 minutes left until the vote deadline.
Don't tell me you want to vote.
How can we not? If we refuse, C-Team gets 2 votes automatically. We'll die.
But
Hey, do you think this could be part of the experiment? DCOM's whole psychological test.
Nope.
What? Why?
That masked guy called himself Zero. I have no clue why he's here, but he's for real.
So that means he's actually willing to kill off a whole team?
Yeah.
But how?
He said that there's an anesthetic in our bracelets, right? So we'll be sleeping, and then bam! Or maybe... There's a bunch of different ways.
Oh, there are.
if only there was a way to contact someone on the other teams.
Why would you need to reach them? What, you're planning on begging them not to vote C-Team or something?
Well, no, but I thought, why not spread out the votes?
What do you mean?
Remember what Zero said? The group with 2 or more votes will lose.
I get it. Maybe C-Team could vote for D-Team, D-Team for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team. Then all the teams would have 1 vote each.
And that'd make it a 3-way tie. And no one would have to die?
How do we make sure they know to do it?
Diane!
That's what I wanted. I wanted to pause for a second. So, aside from the 3 obvious ends, we've now been presented with a 4th possibility. If we spread all the votes out, none of us dies. No X-Pass is revealed, that's true. But we don't know what's going to happen afterwards. So, I also want to clarify because, again, the game kind of doesn't really explain things the way that it should. When Carlos asked, do you think this is part of the experiment? They're all here because they asked for volunteers for some sort of psychological experiment, and all of these people are volunteers that then got knocked out, woke up with these bracelets on their hands, and are now playing the decision game, or basically another nonary game. So I also wanted to explain that.
Anna!
Phi! Sigma! Can you hear us?
It's not working.
Damn it!
Hey, Akane, why don't you try using the morphogenetic field?
Huh? Morphogenetic field?
What is your question? You said so wait. I'm sorry. I had to remember how to bring up the menu button. It's hard because this game is really meant for use by a controller because it came out on the Vita. And they didn't reprogram it for computer controls because they didn't have time. Junpei and Akane did this shit before. Akane made it last time, and they volunteered for this weird shit? Oh, yes, they did! And by the way, you know how you said that, like, you were talking about how Junpei really got the short end of the stick and had a really shitty life, and Akane treated him really badly? Oh, trust me, Junpei's about as thrilled with it as you are, and Akane's about to really understand the consequences of her actions. So I think you're going to find their interactions quite satisfying in this game.
Let the game end where I treat 2. What's this supposed to mean?
The game will end, and something about 2 people? I guess the tough part is figuring out treat. If it's like trick or treat, then maybe it means there's a reward or a gift or something.
But it could also mean treatment, which would imply being cared for.
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
Hey, anyone know what this thing could be?
A box?
What's inside of it?
Oh, the force
Maybe
quit
some
box.
kind of white smoke.
Automate Bako?
You've heard of it, Carlos?
Urashima Taro, right? Japanese folklore. Something about jumping through time, I think.
This label says Force Quit Box.
What's that?
Looks like there's a keyboard.
There's probably a password that goes there.
Then something ends if you punch it in?
But what, though?
Maybe the game Zero's making us play.
Wait. You really think Zero'd put something that easy here?
First of all, Junpei's got a good point. Second of all, there was something else I wanted to warn you about the last time I paused, and I really want to say it now before we get too into the game. Fair warning, this game is a lot more violent and bloody than the previous 2 games. So, be prepared for lots of violence, lots of adult content, a lot of really sick shit. Just warning you, this one's way more intense than the other 2 games.
It seems like it wouldn't even have to be a box for that.
Didn't think it'd work.
Just pressing random buttons isn't going to solve anything.
And yet we always try it. Even though it obviously is not going to fix anything.
So, what now?
What can we do?
Maybe we should just get this voting business over with.
Junpei.
No, we still have some time.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader here.
How the hell did we get into this mess anyway? Do you guys have any ideas?
So this is also something else that we get to do, is we get to ask some questions. it's a little more interactive. I mean, really, they could just let the scene go on, but who is Zero? What is Zero's purpose? What is your relationship? I mean, we want to ask all of these things. Who do you think Zero is?
Who is Zero?
To be accurate, you should probably ask, who is the second Zero instead?
Then that means there has to have been a first one, right?
Yeah, there is.
You know him?
Sorta. I brought it up earlier. A bracelet a lot like this one has been strapped to my wrist before. It happened last year. Akane and I were trapped.
Sorta!
The person responsible back then was named Zero.
But I don't think that one has anything to do with this one.
Really?
It's gotta be connected.
Really,
Just
Akane?
please. Believe me.
She's right.
Alright, well, what is Zero's purpose then?
Why is Zero doing this?
To make us play a game, right? This decision game or whatever.
Or whatever.
With the fate of mankind on the line.
So it's true.
Do you know something, Akane?
I think if we end up losing this game, we're all going to die. 6 billion people will.
So what Sigma said back then up in DCOM was...
At this rate, 6 billion people will die.
Yes, what Sigma said is the truth. Have you ever heard of the term reverie syndrome? What causes it is unknown. Neither the nerves nor the brain have abnormalities. But somehow, this disease causes you to stop reacting to a variety of stimuli. I've heard there are people from all over the world who have become affected by this.
Hey, hold up. How does this and what we were talking about before go together?
Yes, how?
Shouldn't you know already?
Huh?
A crisis. Mankind is currently facing what is clearly an unprecedented crisis. Those affected are sensing it's coming.
Reverie syndrome.
You've heard of it?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. And the $1,000,000 question, get ready for it. How the fuck do you two know each other?
Akane Kurashiki. Junpei Tenmyoji. You're both Japanese, right?
Yes?
And you both lived in Japan when you were kids. You even went to the same school. So you're childhood friends.
Who told you that?
Sigma. He mentioned it back in DCOM. We all lived in close quarters in that facility for 5 days. Information spreads fast. So, whose idea was it for you to join?
Huh?
The DCOM experiment. You two signed up together, right?
No, we didn't. We did this on our own.
Wait, you're telling me you guys just happened to bump into each other at DCOM?
It wasn't a coincidence.
No.
It was inevitable. Why did you subject yourself to this circus?
I didn't mention it before? I kinda really need a lot of cash. They said they'd give us $500,000 if we joined up.
That's a lot of money, honey.
Color me surprised. Thought a hero of justice had no need of money.
A what?
Didn't you say you're a firefighter? A really good one? You faced off against danger and saved a whole bunch of people. Sounds like a hero to me.
I just have good instincts. Doesn't seem to matter where I find myself. They're pretty good at telling me which path has death at the end.
Yeah, that's a really uncanny ability you got there, Carlos.
Do you hear something?
Over there.
And here comes the biggest Here comes the biggest plot device in the entire game.
Gab!
Gab the pupper. The cutest pupperino.
Looks like you made it here using this vent.
Does that mean it's connected to the surface?
I don't think so. A vent to the surface would defeat the purpose of a bomb shelter.
So he came from another ward then.
It's too dark, I can't see anything. But Ward Q is down that direction, right? Think you can fit in there, Akane?
No, there's no way.
Someone likes cake too much.
Oh, I know. Let's cut off Junpei's arm. He should be able to fit through then.
Hey, Mira! Eric!
No answer, huh?
You must
Hey,
take time
Gab.
to pet the pupper.
Did they steal you away from DCOM too?
But why the dog?
Maybe they felt bad about leaving him alone up there?
Baloney. You really think Zero'd do us any
Who's
favors?
the masked kid? What's his name?
Hold on. I think I got an idea that may work.
We don't really know what his name is. Zero referred to him as Q.
This case. It holds medication, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Another Q.
It's empty.
Bastard Zero take the meds?
I still think this could work. We can use it. Wait a sec.
I need to write this
Beer
down.
coaster and a pen.
I found them on the counter of the bar.
There's something written on it.
Oh, I did that.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
Oh! You're going to put it in the case and have Gab go through the vent.
Cross your fingers he can get to Q-Team.
You really think it'll be that simple?
So we shouldn't?
Well, I guess we don't have anything to lose. Why don't we give it a shot?
What did you throw?
Cheese. Picked it up with the coaster. It was over there on the counter.
Why don't we just toss in some ketchup and pickles too? Maybe next time he comes back, he'll be a hot dog. It was a joke.
Yeah. Well, we could do that if you want to go first.
5 minutes left.
Usually I do that one
Gab's not
first.
come back.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit,
I know!
Junpei's fucked up from his shitty life. That's a pretty good summary of his character. Yeah. That's a
hey,
pretty good
there's
summary.
one thing we can do.
What is it?
You remember what you wrote on the Gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team, so D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah? So what?
Vote how the game wants. Okay.
Vote for Q-Team instead.
What?
We're gonna vote.
Junpei,
We're gonna
you
kill
can't be
everybody off
suggesting-
anyway. We need all
If we
the.
do that, they'll end up with 2
possibilities.
votes and...
Yep, Q-Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D-Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to.
Jojo
Think about it for
Cutero,
a
yes.
second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting
JoJo
out of this
reference.
bomb shelter. Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei,
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Come on, Carlos, vote for Q-Team.
no, you can't!
You sure it's not 9 team? Alright, so we'll stick with the plan the first time around. Because there's a theme in this game that, you know, we do what we promised, and all of a sudden it's like, why did you go against your word? Oh, I don't know, I just did it. It was like somebody else was controlling me, you know, we go through that whole thing. Alright. So we'll go with this, what this story wants us to do first. And we will keep our promise and vote for DT. I think you'll like the outcome of spreading out the votes anyway. I think you'll find it interesting.
Your vote has been accepted.
Ah, I was worried you weren't going to do it, Carlos.
You'll see, Akane. Just because we did what we said we would doesn't mean this will work. Hell, we don't even know if our note reached the other teams or not. And even if it did, there's no guarantee they did what we asked.
That's true.
2 possibilities will come out of this. The 3 members of D-Team will die.
Or it's our heads on the chopping block.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying.
Oh, we get a reward.
The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
What a treat we got for obeying what Zero told us to do. What a treat. Yes, Zero the Second is fucked up. At least he's not a bunny. Alright, so why don't we follow the story then, and go to Q Team, since Q Team is where Gab is going. We'll jump into Q Team and see what things look like from their perspective. So Q Team's area includes the prep room, the decontamination room, the quantum computer dome, the pod room, one of my least favorite room in the game, probably. The bio lab, that one's kind of interesting.
This is weird. There should be another room around here somewhere.
Let me see it. Hey!
Shut up!
Eric, the dickhead, and Thought version.
He's got the right to see it too.
Mira.
Thank you.
Yeah, look how the Thought is being the nice one here. Map of word Q stored in the file.
It's pretty pointless to hang out here kicking our heels. Let's go back to the lounge.
What is this?
Let's inhibit the virus. Maybe someone's gonna remove or control some kind of virus.
Virus? What virus?
About the vote, what will we do?
Don't ask me.
But if we don't do it, doesn't that mean we'll die?
Yeah. Even if C-Team voted for D-Team, and D-Team did the reverse, if we refuse, then we get 2 votes against us automatically.
And Q-Team would be killed.
I suppose that's true if this game is for real.
So you're saying it's a joke?
Don't you think that would make a whole lot more sense? The DCOM staff will probably pop through that door over there yelling surprise.
Radical.
I get it!
This game's pretty radical.
You're right. Then him being here makes sense now. I bet that means you're part of the whole surprise.
No!
Come on. Take off that helmet.
The kid always gets
I can't.
Huh?
I said I can't take it off.
Damn, Brat. Stop bullshitting me.
What is it with characters with things on their heads that they can't take off?
My neck!
Damn. It's really on there.
Wait. I see something on the side of this thing.
Oh!
The hell?
Isn't it a password input?
Does that mean the helmet comes off with the right numbers?
Or maybe his head will explode.
Hey!
Really? Who are you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I woke up and I was here.
Are you saying you have amnesia?
Yeah, we're back to that again. Maybe.
Could I ask you something?
What?
Zero, Escape, and Amnesiacs. Name a more iconic duo. Name a more iconic duo. We'll wait. Okay, so who is Zero?
I was wondering, who is Zero?
Oh, come on! Stop playing. You know everything, don't you?
I told you, I don't...
So you're gonna stick with the idea that this isn't some big surprise?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
If this isn't a joke, then things are really serious.
Then you're saying one of the teams is actually going to be executed?
Phoenix Wright and Americanization.
But why would someone do that?
Apollo.
Zero said, it's a game.
So then he's a psychopath. This Zero guy's probably off somewhere enjoying seeing us freak out.
He could be that serial killer in the news.
That's that Heart Ripper, yeah?
Yeah.
Rumor is they killed 18 people, all in the past few years.
Ooh.
March 15th, 2026. The body of a young female was found in a park in Roseville. The victim's name was Virginia Bailey, age 28. The chest was ripped open and the heart entirely removed.
Wow.
It happened again on May 22nd, 2026. The body of a male was found in a trash can near a residence in Sacramento. The victim's name was Jeffrey Foray, age 37. His body was just like Virginia's, with the heart completely gouged out.
It's important.
2 months later, on July 29th.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't you have amnesia or something?
Why do you know all this?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I knew.
He just knows,
You gotta
guys.
be kidding me.
How could he just know? He's been vaccinated. Shh. Where are we?
I was wondering, where are we?
As he should be vaccinated.
Weren't you listening to Zero earlier? We're 50 meters underground in a bomb shelter.
I know that, but where exactly?
I doubt we're very far from DCOM.
DCOM?
Dwelling for the cohabitation of Mars.
So, it's an experiment to see if we could survive on Mars?
Uh-huh. We all lived together in that compound for 5 days.
C-Team and D-Team were there too.
Oh, and there was a dog. It was incredibly old. I think his name was Gab.
But not you. You weren't there. It's very suspicious.
Ooh.
Oh, what were they testing for?
Psychological data, mostly. It was a closed environment for a group of people for an extended period of time. So how would that mess with the subjects mentally? That was what they were trying to investigate.
Oh, what made you sign up?
Tough question. It seemed like it'd be kind of fun, I guess.
Oh, good,
Eric?
Mira. Good.
I joined because Mira wanted to.
Oh.
Well, maybe not entirely.
Really? Well, then that begs the question. How the fuck do you two know each other?
Mira, Eric, what's going on between you two?
Going
Eric
on.
wants to smash.
Well,
Are you
That's
in
putting
love?
it lightly.
idiot! No, we're not.
We're not?
Well, we're not, but... Wait, what?
Fantastic explanation. Fantastic. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Eric
You know,
is
I've been trying to
absolute
figure
trash.
something out for a while. What is this thing?
Maybe it's a gift from Zero.
So what, you think there's assorted teas inside?
Gifts don't have to be a good thing, do they? Hey, what the hell? Stop! What if it's some kind of bomb?
A bomb? I don't think it is. Oh, something's on the back. I think this is upside down. So this would be the front.
force quit box?
Guess it stopped something.
So it looks like
Wait, there's also a keyboard.
the cute team
Looks like
has
you're
a
supposed
force
to input
quit
a
box
code
as
of some
well.
kind.
And if we get it right?
Then something will be forced to end?
But what?
Maybe your life.
What was that sound?
It came from that way.
Let's go!
Gab? How did you...
You came through the vent. It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Why don't you go in?
I can't.
Just do it, will ya?
See?
You didn't have this stupid thing on your head.
Hey, check this out.
There's something
That's
inside
why
the
he has
case.
the thing on his head.
Is that a coaster? Oh, there's something on it. Hello, Carlos here. C team is voting for D team. So D team should vote for Q team and Q team for C team.
What does this mean?
Don't you get it? They're saying to spread the votes.
Huh? Spread?
I get it. If each team ends up with 1 vote each.
The whole thing is a tie and no team will be executed.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, now we have a plan. Let's do it.
But wait.
Why should we wait?
Well, what if this message hasn't been delivered to D team yet?
You're right. The position of this vent does imply it only connects towards C. I doubt Gab's made his way toward D yet.
We need to figure out how to notify D-Team then.
Hold on a sec. I'll get a pen and cheese. There was some at the bar, right?
A pen?
And cheese?
Well, there you go. That was
should
smart.
do it.
That was smart of him, huh?
What exactly are you doing?
I just want to hug Gab so bad. He looks so cute.
Oh, I get it. If Ward C and Ward Q have connected vents,
Then Q and D are probably connected as well.
Yep. We just need to take the cheese and...
it's all on you, Gab.
Think it'll work?
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, sure it will. It'll be fine.
5 minutes until the deadline.
I wonder if Gab made it to Ward D or not.
Even if he did, who knows if Diana will vote the way it says in the note.
What? You think she'll betray us?
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I don't even want to consider the alternative.
Which is?
That the whole letter from C-Team is a trap.
Trap?
They could have written it, but maybe Carlos is planning to vote for Q-Team instead.
That's what we're gonna do.
Hey, wait a minute now. That's not good. At all.
You said it. If I'm right, then we need Diana to do the opposite of what it says.
What? But...
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
The vote has to be decided by the leader, but
what should we do?
We don't have time for a committee.
then we'll just have to use force.
Hey, wait!
Alright, so you said we were gonna stick to the regular to the plan, which is that Q team votes for C team.
Your vote has been accepted.
Following the note, huh?
I guess it's fine. It's not like it was a bad choice. Now we wait and see what exactly Carlos and Diana do.
If this plan doesn't work, then there are two outcomes that could happen. Either the 3 and C team die.
Or we're the ones executed.
No, there's one more possibility.
Yeah?
It's a joke. Someone
joke.
is definitely tricking us.
So it is you!
Oh my god!
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made.
Wonderful.
As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered.
I want to turn the skip feature on. Okay.
Pleasant dreams.
Okay. Anthony's very angry right now, but today, now it's time for D-Team. Let's get to know D-Team a little bit, right? D-Team has 3 of the best characters in the series. We've got Diana, who you haven't really met yet, but we've got the dynamic duo of Sigma and Phi with us. Why? Opal Phoenix? Because you know what's up with Q-Team. You know what's up with all of these teams. You know all the secrets about all the teams. And if you pay attention, it pisses you off after the fact. Yes, the dynamic duo.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
Ooh.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's
Phi's
not
like,
supposed to have a
whatever.
meaning.
Huh?
It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before.
Yeah, we've ran into, you
in
know,
another place.
like 2 milkmen go comedy.
Anyway,
If the night
where's
blind ate
Sigma?
the sun. I like this design. I think she looks
What are
cute
you
with the
looking at?
glasses, and I think her outfit's
Box.
cute.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
Jude became goth and Phi became nerdy.
Looks like something's written on it.
Force quit box.
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the
Wonder when
obvious
Sigma
answer would
loses
be the
his arm
game
and
Zero
eye.
is making us play.
Then we should try it. I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
He does by the time VLR comes around, per the final
Nope.
cutscene.
Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
He's got him for now.
Heavy
at
doesn't
least,
even
as far
begin
as
to
we can
cover it.
see.
I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
Oh,
What do you say? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
See? I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
Looks like it.
alright. Map of Ward D, and you see we have...
And we can go wherever we want,
Okay.
so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
We should get a little tour as well. Yep, here we go. Prep room. The decontamination room. The healing room, which is a fun one. That one's actually kind of fun. The transporter room, which is going to make you want to punch a baby. Oh, the manufacturing room's a fun one too. Lots of ways to die there. And the trash disposal room, which is perhaps one of the most game-changing, story-changing rooms in the game.
We've checked all the rooms
And
from
we have
top
a locker
to bottom,
room.
but
You didn't find any exits?
Transporter room is the worst
Obviously,
in the game for multiple reasons.
we are in a bomb shelter after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
so Zero told the truth.
Coins goes trash disposal room, so that's where we put Eric.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Then opening the X door is the only way out.
That would be, as my brother would say, fucking ass blasting.
Mira! Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
There's no point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
Like, notice, by the way...
6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
No, yeah, I was gonna say, thank you for noticing. Notice, by the way, that Sigma referred to him as Tenmyoji. Beautiful.
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Is that true?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
Hey, no.
Figured.
This is how Sigma remembers him. It makes sense it does. That's why it's funny, just because...
May I ask you guys something?
What's up?
Who's Zero?
Who do you think Zero is?
They're
You guys
like,
know who Zero is?
they're like, oh, we have an
No,
idea.
Haven't the foggiest.
Yeah, okay.
But they called themselves Zero.
Bullshit.
At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time.
The same
There are
reason in
two
every
possibilities. They've already bit the bullet.
game. Or... Say it with me. Zero is one of us. Of course. Every single time.
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the decom experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely. Remember? The staff stationed in decom can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the Sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
with the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
Yeah, that was
That's
their problem
the lead-up.
45 years
We've
in
been
the
doing
future.
experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will reestablish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
Pretty sure the decom staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
They're like... So Coin said Sigma and Phi aren't aware of who Zero is in this one, but they know Akane knows too much about everything. They know who Akane is, and they may not know who Zero is, but they know who's here to release Radical 6. Unless Sigma is Zero by this point, he shouldn't be yet. Sigma was Zero, so well, technically, he's currently the third Zero. Because he's planning the notary game. He's just got 45 years before it starts. So technically, if you want to say it, he's technically Zero the Third right now. especially mentally. Alright, so let's talk about the way Sigma talks.
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
It could be brother or something.
Forgive him.
It could be.
The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at DCOM. That his consciousness had come back from the year 2007.
He just outright said
That's
it
correct.
to people.
That's
It's
why I
true.
know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Kane, Phi, and I infiltrated DCOM to stop all that from happening.
Why? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
But why are all of us trapped in this strange place?
Yes, it's all Sigma and yet Sigma's body.
Then you could have prevented it.
We had no idea what events went
Of
down
course it
inside the
is.
DCOM facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
Remember, let me try to remind you of this. Hold on.
Why did this have to happen?
Let me remind you that the whole point of the nonary game in Virtue's Last Reward is to send old Sigma back in time to force the young Sigma forward. Then the young Sigma comes back again, works with the Kane, and then forces the old one back to find out what happens here. That's the whole point of the second game, is get the Sigma from the future here to figure out what the fuck released Radical 6. That's the whole point, was to get him here. And Phi's just being Phi, and Akane's just being Akane. They're all from the future. They all know what's going on.
What happened to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
Oh, Rebecca.
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
She's a nurse.
I joined the DCOM experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
We don't know if Junpei can really jump. We don't know if he's from the future or not. Who knows? Also, what was that? Oh, look. Pupperino
Cap.
made it.
Why is Gab here?
I think he came through the vent.
See anything?
No, it's too dark.
You're up, Phi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Oh, here we
Your pants are on
go.
fire.
It's true.
Seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
That's true. She
It's
said
been
they were C's in
45
Virtue's
years.
Last Reward.
Growing is natural.
You're just sleeping.
Could I interrupt?
She's like, what are you
What is
talking
this?
about?
Is that a coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So
Their
D-Team
banter
should vote
is
for
great.
Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote,
Q team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q team agreed.
Seems so.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die.
I wonder about that.
What?
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Of course Phi's gonna be the,
Damn, we don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting
skeptical
device.
one.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. That's what they intended. They didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that?
To make us choose Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right?
I believe... Opal Phoenix, I believe they I believe this was the first game that was fully voiced. In the series, I think. Unless Virtue's Last Reward was also voiced, but I don't think so. I think this was the first one that was voiced, and it was released on PC and Vita. And then when they brought 999 and Virtue's Last Reward to PC, they brought this cast back to voice the characters that are in multiple games. Yeah, they dubbed it for this release. Yeah, it shows.
I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
We never heard Sigma's voice.
What should I do?
In Virtue's
The fact
Last
that
Reward,
Gab
for
showed
obvious
up
reasons.
means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise...
A single vote could cause the death of all of C-Team.
Don't explode too hard, Anthony. Alright, so again, we're gonna go with what the vote says, and we are going to vote for Q-Team.
Your vote has been accepted.
Well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the breathing. When you next wake, those who survive will be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Why do they never show them collapsing? Probably because they didn't have time to animate animations for them collapsing. Probably. So I definitely want to save. I think I might want to... There's only 3. I kind of want to save over this one just because I don't want... Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to save over it. I don't want you seeing those icons. Yeah, I saved over it because I'm that mean. And let's see what the flowchart looks like now. Okay, so this is more looking like what we're going to look at. And remember, this may look like a lot smaller than the other games, but all of these are scenes with other flowcharts inside of them. It's like, yo dog, I heard you like flowcharts, so we put a flowchart in your flowchart so you can die while you die. I did destroy my safe file, but that's okay. We're gonna get the whole thing again this time. It's fine. And now we have a bunch of new scenes available. But there's only one that I'm really interested in right now. And that would be where's the results? Oh, The results are in this green room, if I remember correctly. So, here we go. Let's do this. You'll like this. This is what happens when you spread out the vote. First come, first saved. Don't go
This
back
is called
and look
the
at the icons, by
decontamination
the
room?
way.
I think you're supposed to clean off after returning from the surface. Well, that was for when there was a nuclear war and the world was contaminated.
Ah, that explains the showerheads.
Just as I thought. This won't open either.
The map shows an elevator hall beyond this door. If we came down the elevator normally, we'd be able to run into this room immediately, but...
What about that? It's connected to the lounge.
I checked it earlier, but no dice.
Is there a way I could pause?
Locked up tight.
Sure.
Do you think Zero trapped us in here to make us play the decision game?
That's a good question. Yeah, if you want to pause, let me be right back. I'll go, grab something to drink, take my meds, and, just let me know in the chat when you're back, and then we'll continue. Welcome back. I was just going to grab a snack, but you got back before I went and grabbed one. Alright. Let's continue.
It's pretty obvious at this point. 1810.
I think it was about 13:30 when we finished voting and the drug put us to sleep.
So that means we were napping like toddlers for 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. You're very welcome, Coins.
Junpei, I have something I've been wanting to ask you. During the vote earlier, you told Carlos.
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q Team.
Here we go.
Yeah, what about it?
What about? How could you be so horrible? You used to... You'd never have said that a year ago.
Oh, like you're one to talk.
What? What happened to you, Junpei?
What do you
happened
think?
While I was gone?
You happened to him!
I'd like to know more about you, too.
What's that, Carlos? Does that mean you're interested in me?
Oh, Junpei.
No. My focus is my little sister. Got no time for a love life.
Heh, so our hero of justice has a sister complex.
Junpei? Carlos really is worried about you.
Well, it's more I want to know about you both. Weren't you friends as kids? And last year you were trapped just like this, and escaped together. So why?
Why the animosity, you mean? That's exactly why.
Junpei.
I've seen people die. Horrible, cruel deaths I never wanted to see. So many. I'm probably becoming numb. After what happened last year, I quit school and joined a detective firm.
Oh man. What made you want to do that?
It was all because of Akane there. She up and disappeared, so I went to a firm to try and find her. It's small, but known to work among the underground. I've snuck into places running human organ trafficking like they're trading cookies. Saw a coworker I'd just finished eating with pushed off a rooftop the other day. Never had a by-the-books case where I just had to prove he cheated. Every job that passed my hands was dirty and dangerous. That's when I realized humans aren't as beautiful as I thought. I'd only been skimming the surface all this time. So every day, after work, I'd drink myself to sleep. I slept in my bathtub with the shower running. It was the only way I was able to get the scent of blood off me. But last month, finally.
Yeah, no
I
wonder
got intel
indeed.
through our network that Akane was joining this experiment.
So that's why you came to decom.
Yeah, I threatened those in charge and forced my way in.
Yeah, doesn't that feel good, Akane? You stupid. Thought.
So, Akane, how's Santa? I mean, Aoi.
Ooh!
My brother.
I heard about Ace. He's stuck in jail if he hasn't escaped yet.
Your boy Ace!
Lotus is doing alright. She's working and raising her kids still.
Who told you this?
That detective guy, Seven. I worked with him once. We destroyed Free the Soul's headquarters.
What?
Destroyed?
Hey,
Junpei!
what's Free the Soul?
Oh, that's a big question.
A religious cult. They're a freaky terrorist organization who never stop trying to create their new world.
They abducted my brother and I 10 years ago.
And the game we played last year was related to that big kidnapping case.
My brother and I were trying to track Free the Soul's movements, but... You were too, Junpei?
I came across some info on them while I was working. Seven was the one still on their trail. But I kinda think we went too far by destroying their headquarters. I'm pretty sure we pissed off their boss. I think his name was Brother.
Oh, that's
So wait,
understatement.
you're saying this Zero the Second has something to do with him?
You know anything about it, Akane?
I already told you, I'm not connected to this. I don't know why this person is calling themselves Zero.
Why don't you enlighten us as to why you joined DCOM, Akane?
Junpei.
Someone using that name has thrown us into a similar game. No way you can ask me to believe they're unrelated.
Stop
anger
it, Junpei.
gives me life.
From what I can tell, Akane's the victim.
I'm here to change the future.
Huh?
Free the Soul is currently attempting to implement a terrifying plan. I infiltrated the experiment to stop that.
So you knew that this game would happen?
I don't know. I didn't know any specifics about all of this.
She had no idea what happened
Just
in
said
here.
it's to change the future.
A very distant future.
So you access the morphogenetic field and...
Hold up.
He's like, what?
What are you
is this?
talking about?
Yeah, right? Akane's the victim here. I agree, Coins.
Perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results.
Why'd he have to interrupt now?
All three groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed. The current death count, 0. I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I'll give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths. What must you do? It's simple. I shall show you.
Get ready for this shit.
teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each.
Oh, that thing.
Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
Hydrogen fluoride?
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary. That button on the wall is your right to freedom. Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse? It is ultimately all up to you to decide.
So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have everybody press the button first. Because I think that'd probably be the most interesting, right? Because not pressing the button has some other consequences. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have everybody press the button first. Why not?
Isn't it obvious?
Junpei!
Wait! Let's think about this.
Get out of my way, Akane. We need to push the button before the other teams do.
What are you saying, Junpei? Are you really planning to sacrifice everyone else so you can escape?
It's to survive. It's kill or be killed. So we need to make sure to kill them first.
Junpei, you've changed so much.
Yeah, why do you think, lady? Oh.
Junpei! Damn you! Do you want to die? You're okay with never seeing your sister again?
Maria.
No way in hell I'm dying! I did not go through everything just to die today!
No! Don't, Carlos! If none of the teams push it, then it has to be like when we voted.
While you're wishing on a star, we'll end up killed.
Junpei!
Push it, Carlos!
Alright, so we have 10 seconds. We're gonna press it. I'll have everybody press it so that we can watch everybody die, and then we'll deal with it. We'll go back and not press it.
Carlos, why?
No, Akane.
Hey, you did good, Carlos.
Junpei?
You dedicated your life to saving people, so this is probably hard for you. But what you did is...
Stop!
Carlos!
It wasn't me! Someone took my hand, and...
You're not going to say the devil made you do it, are you?
Made me?
Maybe it's stress, or you've always had that urge buried deep down inside. Blamed your bad judgment calls on something controlling you? Come on, it's just part of being human. Life experiences.
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival.
Zero.
It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable. There is no blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to get out of here immediately. But before that,
Darwinism.
I apologize. But you must all sleep again.
But why?
It is 1929. Time for good kids to be in bed, or something.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the three of you. It would be inconvenient if you forgot you caused the deaths of others.
Inconvenient indeed.
Killed all of them.
Pleasant dreams. 'Cause 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 'cause
Okay. Alright. So this happens sometimes too, where now that we've made that choice, the only thing we have to play is this new one, which is us getting out. This happens sometimes. These like secret fragments unlock depending on what kind of choices you make.
This is...
The decontamination room.
Decontamination?
Huh. This is weird. Weird? I feel like I've been trapped in this room before.
You must be imagining things.
I guess.
This button.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, something isn't right.
Maybe we've forgotten about this place.
The drugs in the bracelets?
What?
Oh, just watch. Just watch, Coins. I told you this game was brutal! I told you! I warned you. It is sadistic. It's real. I told you, this game's twisted. Wait until you see some of the other stuff this game puts these people through. It gets crazy. Let the game end where I treat two.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma.
I have to write down their
These 6
passes.
are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-passes will be revealed.
Give them to me, baby.
Self, Rip, Lake, Bird, Twin, Old. That is all.
That's right.
It would be inconvenient if you forgot to cause the deaths of others.
Wow, that was fast. Huh, we put these passwords in and we can reach the surface.
But to get them, the other teams...
It's not your fault, Carlos.
I've been busting my ass for the past 10 years. I wanted to save as many lives as I could. I worked hard to do that.
Leucochloridium. Or Spinochordodes teleniae. Have you heard of either of these, Carlos?
Why are you suddenly...
Always.
They inhabit and control the actions of creatures larger than them. Parasites.
Are you suggesting we were controlled by whatever that was you said?
Leucochloridium are snail parasites. Praying mantises and grasshoppers get Spinochordodes teleniae.
So they don't attach to humans?
Correct. I've heard of one, however, Toxoplasma gondii.
Toxoplasma gondii?
Rats with toxoplasmosis no longer fear their predator, the cat, and are in fact drawn to the smell of their urine.
The rats are attracted to cats?
For humans infected with Toxoplasma gondii, changes in actions and personality have been reported. You become a risk taker, your reactions slow, or you become extremely sensitive.
Are you saying Carlos pushed that button because of something like that?
I don't know. But it's more realistic than saying you were possessed by a devil.
A human controlling parasite. Huh. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No problems here.
All right. Then let's put in the passwords.
We actually talked about that with Vertical 6. Maybe Vertical 6 already hit them. So we have to actually put in the X passes ourselves. So I'm not going to say more than that about the X passes. Except that we do need to write them down and pay attention to them. I won't say anything else about that, but let's see. Q's was self. Mira's... No. Yeah, Mira's was Rip. Eric's was Lake. Diana's was Bird. Phi's was Twin. And Sigma's was Old. Diana looks like Diana's password is Bird. Like
let's hurry!
Coincidence?
The door will close right away!
He's not 10-me-oldie, no!
Hey, what are you standing around for?
Carlos?
I can't leave with you guys.
What?
Huh?
I made a promise in another history that I'd definitely save you two.
Another history?
What?
What nonsense are you babbling about? Come on, hurry up!
Later, guys.
Carlos!
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 Just hang on. I'm going to go save you now.
Completed. All sections cleared of the standoff. So now, let's go to Q teams. Actually, just to be completionist, let's go here and not push the button. Just so that we have that fragment cleared and we don't have to go back to it again. It is confusing. It's a little confusing.
Just like this one. In their wards did.
What?
Oh. Is
So this time we're not going to touch it. My hands are off the controls. We're not going to press the button. It'll make sense as it goes on.
It's been 3 minutes.
Does that mean none of the teams?
It has to mean no one pushed it!
Oh, that was the longest 180 seconds ever.
You're telling me. I'm nearly drowning in my own sweat. Like I practically had that acid bath already.
It seems there may be a misunderstanding, so I shall clear it up for you.
What?
No! Then when will we?
Less than a minute left before we're knocked out. That means...
So you're saying we won't even know until we're already melted into goo?
Now, it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
So that's what happens if you don't press the button. And then obviously they'll wake up and they will get acidified. So now, let's go to Q Team and see what things are like from their perspective in this scene. Here is first come, first saved Q.
Let us out! Let us out of here!
How long are you planning on doing that? Bang all you want, it won't open.
Damn it.
Just take a second, calm down. We need cool heads.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Do you know what that button does?
He's a jerk.
Well, no, but maybe the door opens with it. I really wasn't going to push it, though.
Kids are a pain.
Eric
he
is
could
this
have a
game's
very good
Dio.
point.
We can just
We
scream
haven't
Dio
learned
whenever
anything
he's
from
an
Zero.
asshole.
Just sitting around here is useless. Maybe just one tiny push?
Hey, Mira.
Just kidding. I'm not that reckless.
Don't scare me like that.
But we really don't know much at all. We may be at the point of crazy decisions. The only thing we know for sure is what time it is.
1808.
It must have been around 13:30 when we fell asleep in the lounge. So,
4.5 hours?
Wow, you calculated that fast. And at your age, even.
Was it good?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Seems you
Oh,
still
now he's
have
getting
that problem
jealous
with
of a little
numbers, Eric.
kid.
I recall you having trouble calculating change when we first met.
Hey, come on now.
Is that how you two met? I want to hear,
Yeah?
Q's
My
so
face
cute.
has got to be all red.
Oh, please, tell us. Tell us the story.
I still remember every detail. The fateful encounter was on a Monday. The sky that morning in Nebraska was full of thick clouds, though the gloom cleared in an instant, like a miracle. I always mustered up my best smile for customers, even the boring regulars I was tired of seeing. I still offered the most delicious ice cream to them. I was getting sick of it, though. Oh, now, don't think it was my work I was unsatisfied with. I really truly love ice cream. But as the days passed, everything felt hollow, as if there was a hole in my heart. I thought it was just another normal day. I wasn't expecting the moment it changed.
Really?
I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't think such a beautiful sight existed in this world. My God, the feelings that hit me, I'd never felt anything like that before. That was when I realized this had to be a miracle. Mira entered my life. She was an angel that looked like a customer.
Shouldn't it be the other way?
Details aren't important. You look like you don't understand. Well, I don't blame you. I didn't get it either. Mira was just such a vivacious vision of beauty. I was just a lowly ice cream shop employee. Next to that, there was no way I would be a good match. But then Mira...
Cut it out. Me, an angel? You gotta be kidding.
But it's true. You really are an angel to me, Mira.
It's like you're a completely different person now, Eric.
Are they married or some shit?
Well, earlier you were being...
We'll have to
Your
watch
face
and
was
see.
pretty scary.
Did I frighten you that much?
Yeah?
Oh. Gosh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You were probably just rattled about what's happened to us. I could tell you were a nice person under all that.
What are you? You're an odd duck.
I'm gonna turn the background music down a little bit. Just so we can hear the voices a little better.
Looks like you've gone back to your dopey expression again. I guess you've calmed down, huh?
Dopey? Man, you're really harsh, Mira. But yeah, I'm okay now. That's right, I'm fine. I can definitely smile no matter what.
I wonder why Zero decided to lock us up in here anyway.
Right. Seems like too much effort for it to be just a joke.
A lot of money was pumped into this whole thing.
Maybe all of this is supposed to be part of the decom experiment? They wanted to investigate how a closed space affected change on emotions, right?
But then why did they want normal people like us to apply? Wouldn't you want people in helpful professions to go to Mars? Like military officials, researchers, other skilled professionals like that.
Maybe the reason they chose civilian subjects is because they're planning to send those kinds of people to Mars in the future.
Oh!
That sounds right. Strangers living together on Mars for an extended period of time. What kind of problems would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations? According to the decom staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. They put us in a difficult position on purpose, to observe how we'd get out.
The sponsor is a civilian organization that hopes to expand business worldwide. Maybe they expect to be part of a colonization of Mars in the future.
Well, maybe.
Colonizing Mars?
Maybe this wheelchaired old man has something to do with it.
Hey, have you ever heard this before? If you want to transport live koi from Brazil to Japan, putting only koi fish in an aquarium will result in most of them dying. But by adding something to that same container, you won't lose a single one.
What is it?
A piranha.
A piranha?
But how does that even work?
I guess their self-preservation instincts kick in.
I get it. The fish become so afraid of the piranha that they make an effort to live. That nervous state becomes the power to keep them alive.
Oh.
Uh-huh. In order to survive, you need that sense of urgency.
I see. So, for an actual Mars mission, it'd be a good idea to have a murderer on the crew, huh?
So I'm gonna just pause there. I was thinking about your question, Coins, and I don't think there's really any reason to be coy about it. Mira and Eric are not married. They are dating, though.
Kidding!
Eric, don't say scary things like that.
Oh, so maybe all this stuff is something similar. Living quietly in decom becomes boring.
And they talk
so
about
the emotional
koi fish
state will
before.
fade. If you intentionally inject a sense of emergency,
You get lots of stuff.
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results. All three groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed.
Nice.
Current death count, 0. I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths. What must you do? It's simple. I shall show you. just like this one, in their ward's decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
No!
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary. That button on the wall is your right to freedom. Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do? Will you press it or refuse?
We'll do both, actually, in an odd twist of fate.
To decide.
Oh, we gotta hurry or we'll die!
Don't worry. We need to trust the others.
The others, you say? What the hell do you know?
Hey! Stop! Where did the nice Eric go?
Who
Shut
knows?
the hell up, you fucking brat!
Why, Eric?
Ah!
Nice.
Mira?
Thank you, Mira.
At least he's quiet now. I'll leave the rest of this up to you.
Huh?
It'll be interesting to see how you handle this.
What?
Q is the team's leader. Press it.
What happened?
I see. Interesting.
Did you push the button?
Does this mean we're going to be saved?
But then,
Suspicious Mira.
the others will...
You killed them! C-Team and D-Team are gonna...
No, we did. We had to do this so we could survive. There was no way around it.
But...
It's not my fault! I told you from the start not to push it!
What? What are you talking about? It was obvious you were planning on pressing it.
But you're the one who actually did! It was your hand! You pushed it!
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival.
Zero.
It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable. There is no blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to get out of here immediately. But before that, I apologize. But you must all sleep again.
Why?
1929.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the three of you.
No, I didn't do it. He's the one who pushed it, so he's...
It would be inconvenient if you forgot you caused...
Oh, Eric.
But I already told you. I didn't kill anybody. I was only watching. Dad, I was just watching. No. Chris didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who... Please, forgive him, Dad. Cold. It's cold. The water was so cold.
Pleasant dreams.
Mom.
And now we can see the scene of Q team escaping. Dad. Yeah, chain doggy.
Where are we?
I think it's the decontamination room.
Decontamination?
I think we've been.
Trapped in this room before.
Is it just deja vu?
Look how much
have a
taller
bad
he is
feeling
than the
about
two
this.
of them.
So do I.
Sigma's a thick boy with 2 C's. I love him. He's beautiful.
Wait, this button.
It's the same for you, Carlos?
You feel it as well?
Yeah, not just her. I sense it too. Somehow, this button is very important.
Huh. Maybe we lost our memories of it.
The drugs. In the bracelets.
Then, what in the world?
Well, Akane got what she deserved. That's terrible. I would not wish that kind of a death on anyone. That's got to be excruciatingly painful.
This is...
The lounge?
What happened in the decontamination room?
It would be inconvenient if you forgot to cause the deaths of others.
Oh, I gotta get ready to write down more
That's right.
passcodes.
That button.
Now announcing the current casualties. C Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. D Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-passes will be revealed. Dream, Key, Quark, Mom, Deer, Arm. That is all.
It's a lie! Everyone!
Eric.
Oh no. What have I done?
No need to blame yourself. All you did was make the right choice.
But...
Forget about it. We need to focus on what's next. We have 6 passwords. So can't we leave?
I overreacted a bit. But you know, maybe it's better this way. What I mean is, I know we're all in danger from this game. But instead of being forced to kill each other, it's just a vote and a press of a button.
Yeah. Plus, we're just put to sleep after. So to suddenly learn the whole thing is over?
Wait, what if it's not just that? The amnesia drugs. In the bracelets. Maybe we didn't get injected this time, but what if every time we wake up, we have to go through the same scenario over and over again? And we're put to sleep after each one. Our memories of it gone.
Give it up. We don't need to talk about this. Let's just get out of here.
He's right. Let's...
Wait! Are we forgetting someone? That's so mean.
Why in the...
Let's see if we can get it off. Hey, about before, you were saying we're repeating our actions with no memories. It's like the Sleeping Beauty problem.
The Sleeping Beauty what?
It's one of the famous paradoxes. The experiment starts on a Sunday. The subject is put to sleep, and then a coin is flipped. If it's heads, the subject is woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep again. And that's it. That's all they do for heads.
And if it's tails?
They're woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep.
But that's just the same as heads.
To that point, it is. But it's different after that. After the subject falls asleep again, their memories from Monday are erased. They are then asked the same question again on Tuesday.
What's the question?
What was the probability it was heads?
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Hey, how is that a problem then? It's obvious. There's a 50-50 chance of it being heads.
You'd think so, normally. But when you're being asked it, there are 3 positions you could be in. The coin was heads. It is Monday. The coin was tails. It is Monday. And the coin was tails. It is Tuesday. That would make the probability of it being heads as 1 in 3, right?
No. I don't think so. It's a coin, so it'll always be 50-50 odds no matter what.
Okay, let's change some things. If heads appears, it's the same as before. But if it's tails, it ends up repeating 10,000 times.
10,000?
Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Go through this 10,000 times. Does the probability still stay as 50-50 after all that? Thinking about it, wouldn't the chances of it being tails be higher than heads?
If you put it that way, yeah. So, which one is correct?
For one coin flip,
No
yes.
one knows. They don't have an answer yet. Even the scientists can't decide between 1 in 2 and 1 in 3. It's an unsolved problem.
Huh. You know a lot about this.
I read a random book on it once. Well, it was on metempsychosis, but they deal with basically the same thing.
Metempsychosis? What is it?
Wouldn't waking up without your memories be just like being reborn?
Oh, yeah, that sounds similar.
I'm not really sure.
Because you're an idiot.
You don't believe in it?
I meant there's no real meaning. Because when you're reborn, all the memories you had during your past life are already gone, right? Well, that means metempsychosis isn't really needed.
If there's no memories, there's no point? Well, no one can perfectly remember things that happened when you were a kid. Hell, sometimes you can't even remember something from a month ago. So, going by what you said, everything you did before a month ago has no meaning?
She's asking if memories really are that important for making you who you are.
What is important then?
Well, something must be.
It's a good question. How many times were they put asleep in that decontamination chamber until somebody pushed a fucking button? Who knows?
Well, it looks like we can't do anymore.
We're gonna have to give up here.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
No way around it. We did everything we could.
Come on, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alrighty, so let's go over this now. Carlos's was Dream. Akane's was Key. Junpei's was Quark, funnily enough. Interesting how the Zero would make Junpei's Quark. Diana's is Mom. Fi's is Deer. And Sigma's is R. Probably guess why he's got that one at least.
Yes! It opened!
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's wrong?
What are you doing?
I can't go.
Are you noticing a pattern?
Huh?
I can't leave
Are
him
you
behind.
noticing a
Sorry.
pattern? The leaders aren't leaving. Well, who knows what else we can discover after the door closes. Some of the most interesting things in Virtue's Last Reward we figured out after the number 9 door closed forever. I love doggos with all my heart, right? Like, same.
I
Like, let me just
decided
stay here with you.
that I'd stay here too. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I don't have memories.
That's
I
a
know
sad
nothing
thought.
about the outside world, so I guess I didn't really want to leave. Did I make the right choice? Or was it the wrong one? Yeah, that must be it.
We may not actually get to an escape room during this stream, but this sets up the story pretty well. Alright, so that's obviously a game over that is a thing of a thing. And now, where were we? We'll jump back here, but we won't press the button. I ain't pressing it. You can't make us kill anyone. Nobody's taking an acid bath today. Sorry. This
Seems
also
like the other teams didn't press it either.
I'm so glad.
Are we safe?
Who really knows?
Sorry, my
Mira?
phone just exploded.
What? Watch where you're staring!
It seems there may be a misunderstanding, so I shall clear it up for you. I never said the showers would activate as soon as the button is pressed. Which means you've yet to learn whether the button has been activated by someone or not.
What? Then...
We'll have to wake up to find out if we're alive or not.
Now, it is time for you to sleep. When
Okay.
next you wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
And of course, this is what happens if somebody else presses the button before us. Or if we don't press it at all. Alrighty, all that's cleared. Now, let's go to D Team and do the same scene. Here is that button. You just want someone to rip the bracelet off? Well, and here's first come, first saved D. Well, I mean, Mira's word in the first ending we got when this button was ripped,
Damn.
so maybe she'll rip it off.
Won't even budge.
Does that mean it's locked?
Yeah, seems that way.
So that means we're trapped, huh?
Where are we?
The decontamination room? That's how it's labeled on the map.
There are showers in here?
You need to wash all contaminants off after you return from outside. Well, in the case of nuclear war, of course.
Which means there are 2 exits heading to the surface.
Get a crowbar
Here,
and
and the
pry
X
it
door
off.
in the lounge.
You're right. It looks like there's a hall to an elevator outside. I don't see how they're connected on the map, but it must be there.
Okay, then let's escape through that door.
How exactly do you propose that...
Looks like it's been welded shut.
Maybe it'll open if we push that yellow button over there.
Did you not just hear that it's welded shut?
Then what exactly is it for?
Oh, that's a good question.
Should we try pushing it?
It's clearly suspect. Better not.
Right.
1809.
The anesthetic was injected after the vote, around...
1330.
So we've been asleep for almost 4.5 hours.
That might not be true.
Right. Zero did say.
Once 90 minutes are up, an injector in your bracelet will activate. An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
That means we could have woken up and fallen asleep several times since then. But we just don't remember any of it.
I wonder what the results of the voting are.
It's highly unlikely that C-Team was able to survive.
Why?
You even have to ask? Diana voted against the plan on the note and chose C-Team.
Whoa, wait, hold up. What are you saying? I thought Diana voted for Q-Team.
Oh!
Isn't that right?
I'm sorry. I don't really remember.
Oh?
What? How is that
You mean
possible?
they both remember
How
two
could you
different
forget?
stories and she doesn't remember
After
at all?
the vote at 1330, he told us we wouldn't be injected with the amnesia meds.
Right, I remember it exactly. Diana had chosen to vote for Q-Team.
No! I know for sure that she definitely voted for C-Team.
Oh, ho!
Nonsense, you must be out of it.
You're the one out of it, you senile old fart. No. Wait. Don't tell me.
She's like, this shit again. Yeah, this jumping shit again. Also, can we just say that Jumpy Doll is now, like, the fact that she calls Junpei Jumpy just, it's kind of funny.
What Sigma was going on about back in DCOM? Well, it's all true.
Oh, when he was saying mankind would be destroyed? What did he mean exactly? Do you mind explaining?
Even if I did, I don't think you'd believe me. It's highly likely you won't even understand. You see, the things Sigma and I have been through are, complicated and mysterious.
Does that mean your consciousness came from the future? 2074?
Yes, but that's not exactly right. Sigma and I both originated from the current world of 2028. Our consciousnesses were sparked by a specific event into jumping forward to 2074. We returned to April 2029, where we lived 45 years normally through time. In January 2074, our two consciousnesses were booted to the past again.
Correct.
And essentially ended up at this point in time, Christmas of 2028. See, you don't understand, do you?
Tide is like, what?
Doesn't have to make sense. You only need to believe us.
About what happens in the future?
Correct.
I have to know then. Why was mankind destroyed?
It's not exactly destroyed. It isn't as if there aren't any survivors left.
But a large number are.
Yes, the dead number 6 billion. It's all because of Radical 6, a horrific virus that affects the human brain. It spread quickly worldwide, and humanity began heading to extinction.
The location the virus originated at was the experimental facility, DCOM. That was what we were told, anyway. Some of the information appears to be incorrect, though.
How so?
This is just a guess, but I think Radical 6 wasn't leaked from DCOM. I've got a feeling it came from this shelter instead.
Really?
Regardless, back then we believed it all started at DCOM. So we infiltrated the facility as subjects to prevent the release of the virus. With Akane's help.
Akane?
She's the leader of a secret group called Crash Keys that wants to save the world.
Crash Keys!
Using the
Remember
organization's
that.
assets, we hacked the admin server and altered the original subject list and data.
I see. I mean, it all seems so fake. I could hardly keep up with all of it.
We're not lying.
It's true.
All right then. I'd like to go back for a second. Fi, you said you jumped earlier, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean...
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results. All three groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed. The current death count, 0.
I'm so glad.
I can't say this is an ideal situation for many of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game.
Really?
Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths. What must you do?
What must we do?
It's simple. I shall show you. The other two teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
That can't be.
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
What? Hydrofluoric acid?
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary. That button on the wall is your way to freedom. Using it will kill the other teams, and you will obtain the needed X passes to escape. I have one final thing to tell you. first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit is 3 minutes. What will you do?
What will we do?
Press it or refuse?
Well, we're gonna press it
It is
first.
ultimately all up to you to decide.
But first, let's watch everybody freak the fuck out.
Wait, don't!
I'm doing it to protect you two.
What?
It's not to escape. Of course I don't want to kill the other teams. But if we don't act, we're the ones who die.
It's not for certain. No one pushes it before 3 minutes are up.
But if we wait, all 3 teams will be killed. The acid will melt even our bones, and all that's left will wash down the drain. Is that how you want to reunite? To hug and cry together in the drain? By then, we wouldn't even be able to see or hold them.
Wait, Sigma! Please calm down!
How can I possibly do that? Someone on another team could be pushing the button right now as we speak.
Just listen, please! Zero did say that we had 3 minutes. But he never said what would happen once the time limit ended.
She's right. 3 minutes is just a space of time. There's still a chance nothing will happen after the deadline is over.
There is. It's a chance.
It must mean that we're being tested to see how much we all trust.
Please believe, Sigma. Trust the other teams.
Yes, Sigma. Have a nice trust. Referencing Zero the Third. Yeah, we're gonna kill those bitches. And you want to see somebody lose their shit?
Diana, what did you just...
Are you kidding me? You just finished begging me to trust the others. What the hell was all that for? Answer me, Diana!
I don't know. I don't know why I pushed the button.
Not again.
What do you mean?
Our vote back at 1330? Diana chose C-Team instead of going along with what was on the note. I asked her why, and she said the same thing as now. I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I don't know about that.
I know.
What?
I'm saying I know what you don't know. My thought earlier, that we probably...
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed the lives of others in order to continue your own survival. It truly is a natural human reaction.
Poor
An
Diana.
emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable. There is no blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to get out of here immediately. But before that, I apologize. But you must all sleep again.
1929. Our time is up.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. It would be inconvenient if you forgot you caused the deaths of others.
No! How did this happen?
Pleasant dreams.
Night-night. Let's jump into it. And the best part about this ending is we get to see Eric die again. I hate Eric so much. He's like the worst character in this game.
I think it's the decontamination room.
At least Dio was like funny
Decontamination.
sometimes. Oh god, I hate Eric.
Huh. This is weird.
Weird?
I feel like I've been trapped in this room before.
You must be imagining things.
He was at least
guess.
spined. That's true. He did have a spine. Eric is Mira's bitch and a coward.
this button.
You're not wrong.
It's the same for you, Carlos?
You feel it as well?
Yeah, not just her. I sense it too. Somehow, this button is very important.
Maybe we've forgotten about this place.
The drugs and the bracelets?
What?
Sounds like death awaiting. They are idiots for standing there staring at it. Not that they could escape anywhere, but... That's what happens when you don't press the button fast enough.
Hey, look what time it is. It's after midnight.
So it's the next day?
Not
Happy
just day, but year.
Happy New Year.
It's 2029 now.
What a horrible start to the year.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-Passes will be revealed. Shift, 6, Ring, Age, Heart, Love. That is all.
Damn you, Zero!
I will never forgive him!
No!
Diana, tell me one more time. You didn't choose to push it, did you? The button in the decontamination room.
No. For a split second, it was as if... It was as if someone had taken control of my body.
Has this ever happened to you before? Then maybe you hit your head somewhere.
I don't think so. That I can remember, anyway.
What are you trying to say, Phi?
Well, I thought it might be possible it was alien hand syndrome.
What? Alien hand?
It happens very rarely when the corpus callosum, where the right and left hemispheres connect, is abnormal. Remember, the right brain controls the left side, and the left controls the right.
Correct.
So if the communication paths that connect them are damaged, the left and right sides of your body may fall out of sync. Like trying to put a shirt on with your right hand, but taking it off with your left. Grabbing onto a scalding pan with your right hand while your left tries to make it let go. Or something even stranger, when your right hand attempts to suffocate you, so you use your left to restrain it. I've heard of cases where it's happened. An interesting development arises with that story. Where does a human's consciousness exist? Is it in the left brain or the right? When your right hand's choking you and your left's trying to stop it, that would imply that the part of you that doesn't want to die is in the right brain. But what if, in the left brain, there's another part of you buried inside that does want to die? So, if you ever ask that person, do you want to live or die? If the center for speech is located in the right brain, he'd clearly say, of course, I want to live. But what if it's the reverse? If the center for speech is in the left brain, then I'm sure he'd say, hurry up and kill me. There's no way to know which one is the true self.
I am the shadow, the true self.
Perhaps it's more like they both are. It's just simply that the one who has the power of speech is more dominant. Have you ever considered, what if your body was split into left and right? In that moment, where would your consciousness go? Left or right?
Hey, Phi. What are you getting at with this?
The alien mouth syndrome. My mouth speaks for itself, regardless of what I want it to do.
How can you be joking around at a time like this?
No, it's because we're in the situation that I brought it up.
Well, like you said, it doesn't feel real. Hearing the announcement or reading on the board.
You think those 6 might still be alive?
Let's keep believing.
There's no point. The 6 of them are definitely dead.
How do you know?
Well... I don't know.
I just remember being a pile of mush inside the decontamination room. Oh no, I don't know.
You alright, Gab?
This guy doesn't know anything, does he?
He's lucky.
He's like, what?
Well, we may as well get going. Like Sigma said earlier, we shouldn't lose hope. Let's have faith that they're still alive. Besides, that is even more of a reason that we must keep going.
So we can go and bring back a rescue team?
Exactly.
It's a fucking dog. It doesn't know shit. Listen, dogs are very smart. Alright, so let's review. Carlos. His word is shift. Akane's is 6. I wonder where she would get that one from. Junpei's is ring. Q's is age. Mira's is heart. And Eric's is love. Yes, her farce 6, yeah. Her pretend number 6 from 999.
Alright, let's go.
Section all these off. You mean Eric Dick? Yeah, Diana left. She broke the pattern just a little bit.
I'm... not going.
Huh?
Hey, Diana!
Or did she? Imagine running back. She don't need to.
Wonderful acting. It's an excellent strategy. Your actions in the decontamination room. I'm surprised you thought of it so fast. At that moment, all you wanted was to get out quickly. To make that a reality, it just happened that the fastest way was to touch a yellow button and kill the other 6 participants. However, pressing the button just like that would make you a murderer, bad person. And even if you did escape after, in a court of law, what you did would be considered bad by judge and jury. So you thought, how could I make this not as bad for me? What you came up with was, oh, so simple. You simply needed multiple personalities.
No!
Not to casually bring up the topic of multiple personalities. No one would believe you. The only way to make it believable was to do something unbeneficial to you. And that is why you refused to leave. We both know that Phi will bring a rescue team back to the shelter. You saw all of that in advance.
No! No, 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 no!
Let us meet again somewhere. Stop at Mata Dolorosa. I will be awaiting that moment.
And there's the next game over. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to not press the button. And that is going to let the rest of the game play out for the moment under the assumption that everybody spread out the votes and nobody pressed the button. Does that make sense? Because that's the last thing that we played in these scenes, so everything else is going to be under that pretense. If that makes sense. Because that's the last choice we made.
The other two teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
That can't be.
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each. Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down this.
We already know this. So now we're gonna do what Diana would actually do. Because let's be honest, she's such a sweet girl. We ain't touching shit. We're not murderers up in this bitch. At least not right now. You never know. We've done worse things.
Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
See? I told you, didn't I? None of the others pushed the button. So that's proof that the other teams can be trusted to cooperate.
It seems there may be a misunderstanding, so I shall clear it up for you. I never said the showers would activate as soon as the button was pressed. Which means you've yet to learn whether the button has been activated by someone or not.
What?
And when?
Then the anesthetic will...
I get it now.
Don't tell me we'll be asleep when...
Now, it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know that you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
How is Zero one of the 9 players if all 9 are known to be in those rooms with his live reactions? These are not live reactions. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we are in a state of the game where everybody spread out the votes and nobody burned everybody to a crisp. So now I figure maybe Coins, I'll let you guide the game from here. So pick a team, pick a scene. Let's just go for it because there's really no prescribed order to this. And like I said, there is no way to kind of avoid all of the story locks because it gets kind of weird. C team? Okay. So we have what looks like, and oh, this is so fun, Akane with a chainsaw. We have what looks like the rec room. We have the box again. That box. We have Akane, looks like yelling at people, and the 3 of them standing around. That's what we've got. These 2 are fully done. This is... Oh, that's the other execution votes. We could do those now too, but I figure we'll go back and do those later once we get stuck. You know what I mean? Like, once we get stuck and there's nothing else that we can do, we'll go kill one of the other teams and then see what unlocks. You know what I mean? Chainsaw for sure. I was hoping you'd say that because this is also the first one I played. This scene, this room, this fragment is... I mean... You have good taste, my friend. Enjoy. Also, we're gonna get an escape room here, I promise. Suspicion. Oh, yes. Suspicion indeed. A cutting with a chainsaw ought to be lit.
This is...
The pantry.
We're in the pantry.
Oh, hey Carlos, where's Junpei?
Where is Junpei?
No idea. He was already gone when I woke up.
It's locked.
Wait, did Junpei do this?
You think he woke up first and then locked us in?
It's been a long time since you've seen each other, right? Maybe now he's Zero's accomplice.
Ooh,
that's
not
possible.
Theory.
The Junpei I know would never do something like that to us.
Is he still the Junpei you know?
Sorry. It was just one of the possibilities.
Junpei...
You know, this has been on my mind for a while. But what exactly is he to you, Akane? It's hard to believe that you two just knew each other in grade school.
Junpei... He's very... Yes, he's very important to me. All my life, I've never really had many friends to call my own.
That's surprising.
Right? He just told you he's not the
same
same
guys
person.
and girls all fawn over in Japan.
Oh, you're very kind, thank you. But that's not exactly... Junpei always said I was a girl who always said what shouldn't be said. I never found myself bullied or anything, but it still seemed as if people considered me something of an odd girl. Junpei was different. He told me he'd rush to my aid whenever I was troubled. Once, when we were young, I was crying over something and he faced the enemy alone.
He sounds like he's a comic book hero.
Yes. To me he is, at the very least. But this past year has completely changed him.
Seems to me like he's the exact opposite now.
If it was because of me somehow, then this time I need to rush to his aid.
Somehow!
That's what I've decided anyway.
You really like Junpei, don't you?
What in the world are you saying, Carlos?
I'm out of my depth when it comes to romance. My coworkers do always come to me with their stories, though. So I can tell. Just by looking, I can tell if someone's in love.
Does that mean there isn't anyone like that for you? That important?
There is. I love my little sister very much. She's a sunshine on my life.
Aww.
Oh, so a sister complex.
This ain't Japan!
You're horrible.
This ain't Japan where that
Consider it
shit's...
payback for earlier. Now then, nothing will come from just sitting around here. How about we find a way out?
Right. I bet you're eager to see your dearest love as soon as you can.
Wow.
Ah, Carlos!
Carlos! I love that my brother got me that soundbite. Now, let's seek a way out, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, in case you forgot, this game has gameplay. And we have smooth movement, ladies and gentlemen. It's smooth like butter. Alright, so this is... Power seems to be off on this machine. Doesn't the whole panel look like a gingerbread man? I wonder what it could be. And there is cold and there's heat. This is a microwave. Or some kind of machine that heats and cools. I don't know. Anyway. We have this. If you put in the correct password, the door should open. 4 digits. Well, we're not going to give it a shot. We don't know what those digits are, but we'll figure it out. Alright, we have... Oh! Hey, Wilson! Wilson, how are you? Oh my gosh, how are you? I'm so happy you popped in to say hello. Thank you for the bits. Okay, so we have some gibberish, a bottle, some kind of a sticker, some kind of a machine, an arm that's chained to a wall, and a doll, and 2 sets of directional arrows. This looks like fun. The door is locked. A bunch of green lines are all over it, too. Oh, that's alright, Wilson. Thank you so much for popping on in, even if it was just for a moment, and thank you for the bits. I thought I'd be able to kick this wooden door down. Zero wouldn't lock us in a place that'd be that easy to escape from. Let's keep looking. Yeah, tell me about it. What's in here? Oh, huh, what is this? It's round. Maybe a knob for a machine. So we got this round part. This is our inventory, by the way. Also, we have these potatoes, and we've got left door to the left, and a right door to the right. A right door, well, it's left door going left to right, and right door going right to left. And we have these potatoes. I remember that we need to get something to make something look on the potato, something shut up with the potatoes. This is a left leg. Is Zero trying to scare us? Powder to make gelatin. Well, you know, we gotta do the cooking by the book, so, you know, we're just gonna bake. This is a left arm. I'm pretty sure it's fake. Okay. So we have a left arm in there. Is there anything in this box? Oh, some crackers. These would go perfectly with tea. The packaging makes them look good, but I can't say I have much of an appetite. Ooh, what's this? A recipe for gelatin. It's nice of them to draw it out, but it's kind of vague. If there's a recipe, then there's probably ingredients, too. You should make some and give it to Junpei when we see him. I made it just for you. No, I'm not bold enough to say something like that. That's too bad. A girl like you saying that would definitely capture his heart. He just wants to play matchmaker so bad. So, powder, water, the mold. Pour water into the mold. Pour the gelatin into the mold. Put it into the microwave. And you've got a jiggly body. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Let's see. There's nothing we can use here. We can't open that, but we can open this. What is this? Is that a torso? Plus, do you think this is real? Why would you think that, Akane? It's just a realistic fake. You're right, it couldn't be real. But here we have iodine! That's what we need to put on the potatoes, because iodine reacts to starch, if I remember correctly. There's lots of cans here. None of them are labeled. These boxes are fully preserved. This box looks like it might have something in it. Oh! A right leg? Is Zero trying to scare us with mannequin parts? So we've got 2 legs, 2 arms, a torso. We're only missing 1 body part, guys. And I don't want to know where it could be. Alright, so I know exactly what we need to do. Let's go put the iodine over here. Don't potatoes change when iodine solution is dropped on them? Yes, the starch reacts with iodine and turns purple. Okay. Entry. We have down, up, down, left, left, right. What has appeared? Alright, so let's open up these doors then, since this is obviously what we need to do. Let's go to the left one. I'm guessing these buttons are how you open the lock? Yes. Alright, so to open the left one, we go left to right, so it's down, up, down, left, left, right. Nice. Huh, the letters on the potatoes were a hint after all. I never would have imagined something I learned in grade school would help me now. Yeah, tell me about it. There's something on the screen. Okay, so this is a puzzle we're going to see a couple of times in this game. Basically, you take each section. I forget how to... Here we go. And basically twist it around. Until we get all the sides matching. That looks right. That looks right. That looks right. That looks right. of this looks correct. We got it! Carlos, look, the drawer! Let's see what's in it. Some kind of mold. There, we got the mold. I doubt it's real, but there's no reason to keep looking at this creepy thing. This arm can't be removed, but we can take the doll. We can. Let's see, well, yeah, let's see if we can open up the other side. So, we have to go the other way now. So now it's right, left, down, up, down. There we go. So the reaction of the iodine test potato was the hint for this story. Yes, it was. Are these instructions shows the doll saying we should heat it up? Doll manual. Warm. Cool. And here's the water. So let's combine that with the mold. You drag it. Okay. There we go. I think this goes on here. There we go. The machine powered on. The person switched the... Yes. The power must be the power switch to see if we can use it. Nothing's happening. Just what is this for? Putting it... Oh, right. Yeah. We gotta put it in here first. Change the temperature to warm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you'd want... Oh, obviously we want to cool that it's gelatin. I'm clearly not thinking straight tonight. Return solid. Now we have gelatin. I heard a sound from below the machine. Hey, we got a key. I wonder what that's for. Well, I don't know, but maybe it can give us a hand. And let's heat this thing up since this thing's obviously already cold. Let's warm it up. I feel kind of sorry for this little guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Don't turn pale, the number 1, 2, 3, 4 is on its own. I thought it was ketchup, but it looks like it was written in blood. You have to admit it'd be pretty funny as you were using ketchup to write this out. I guess. Okay, there's nothing there. So the other thing we have was the key. If I remember correctly, I think it's to this hand. Maybe this is the key for this handcuff. Yes. The arm to be freed. So this is 529, but I think it's supposed to be 625. Nothing's written on the palm. 5, 2, and 9. I believe it's supposed to be 625. All right, here we go. It reads left plus hand, left hand plus doll. See, it makes letters left hand plus doll. Left hand plus doll, huh? Do we have a calculator in here? We don't. That's okay. But the left hand was 625. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1859. So hey, completed. Left hand plus doll was the hint for the freezer. Yes, but it only opened the cover. We have one other step. Looks like a handmark. Maybe it needs a palm print. Let's see if my hand will work. His won't. Hers won't. Neither of our hands are right. Well, that was a left hand, but we have a right hand in here. Maybe this key will work on the handcuffs. Great. We've got an arm. Except the fist is closed. So let me guess. We're gonna have to warm it up. Oh, I didn't mean cool. I meant to hit warm. The hand had opened. It got all warm and soft. This whole gimmick is really gross. Yeah. I'll be right. This is the hand we need to authenticate. I wonder what's inside. Well, we found our way out, guys. But, fuck. Spoilers! No! No! No way! You've got to be kidding me! Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Emergency. Emergency. Hold on. Really? Hold on one second. Sorry, I had a malfunction.
I don't think this is fake.
Now announcing the current casualties. D-Team, Diana, 5, Sigma. C-Team, Junpei. These 4 are now deceased. As a result, 4 X-passes will be revealed. Blue, red, milk, jump. That is all.
Horrible! So horrible! Who would do such a thing?
This room is locked. So, the one who killed Junpei is...
Carlos?
Why did D-Team die? Okay, so let me get this in here before the shit goes down. We don't know why D-Team died. This is just happening in some sort of, you know, multiverse where the D-Team died somehow. Probably from some other part of the game that we have not seen yet. Maybe the teams voted to kill D-Team in the beginning. That might be it. We don't quite know. At least not yet.
Damn it! Damn it! Break, damn you!
Connie?
So let's save those words.
Why? Why? I just don't know anymore.
Damn it. Who would have thought this would happen? All I wanted was to get that $500,000. If only I could save her. Just save Maria. It's all I wanted. And now... Reverie syndrome?
Yeah.
For example, say there's a PC with basic low-end components. If we played a number of videos all at once on it, what would happen?
The processing speed slows down, of course.
It's not much better than if the computer had froze. What's happening with your younger sister is similar.
She's blue screened. I'm
so
sorry,
you're saying
Carlos.
this isn't carbon monoxide poisoning, but...
Right. With Maria, her brain and nervous system seemed to be perfectly fine. We couldn't figure out the cause until now. Other patients with the same symptoms began appearing recently.
And they have?
Reverie syndrome. A variety of moments flicker in and out of the mind, as if one was constantly dreaming. That's why it's called the daydream or reverie syndrome. There have been no complete recoveries as of yet. However, it seems with the newest medical technology, a few cases have been successful at relieving the symptoms.
Then please, you must do the same for her.
Does little Maria have insurance?
Welcome to America.
Do understand what's required for treatment, yes?
If I did, she'll...
Yeah, American healthcare didn't get any better in 2028.
I absolutely can't die here.
That's why you killed Junpei, isn't it?
What? What did you say?
Oh yes!
You
It's
figured
about
you
to
needed
go
to kill
down!
someone to save your sister. And that's why you...
Whoa, what are you talking about?
Don't play dumb! Did you forget that you and I are the only ones in this ward? So it's obvious the killer is... It had to have been you, Carlos!
The killer was Gab, obviously.
Connie, calm down!
I am calm!
Okay, you're right. I'm the only other one here. But I...
Oh no, it was definitely you who killed him!
Wait, stop! You say that, but maybe you're the one who really did it.
What did you say?
You were the one who killed Junpei. And now, you're going totally nuts with that chainsaw.
I don't believe this. No matter what, even if the world went topsy-turvy this very second, I'd... So, I'm going to be the next one you kill, huh? If 2 more people die, you can return to your darling little sister.
Hey now, if you kill me, your
Carlos
probability
were
of
like
escape
nailed
is pretty high.
over.
What? Why'd you run away? Did she feel too threatened by me with this axe? Think. Calmly, think it over again. It's just like any other Code 3.
We also
Once
get
90
to...
minutes are up, an injector in your bracelet will activate. An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
We're gonna get to have a little fun with this scene, by
Okay.
the way.
So after we voted at 1330, we were hit with the anesthetic. We awoke in the pantry after 1800. It's 4 hours of time not accounted for. What was I doing during that time? Was I really sound asleep then, or... I just can't remember what happened because of the drugs I was given. Maybe Akane was right, and I...
So we woke up a little earlier than we did in the other
What?
room.
Blackout? No. Akane had run off towards control.
So D-Team probably got
voted to death. It might be possible to turn off the lights there. So she did kill Junpei? And she's coming for me. What do I do? What the hell should I do?
Sometimes they don't use the axe or chainsaw to cut through the bracelet.
Think calmly, rationally. Who is the most threatening person here right now? Whoever it was who killed Junpei. So what I need to do is remove that person. Even if it ends up being me. No! What the hell am I thinking? There's no way it could be me. So then...
Ah! There you are!
Damn it! Just who did it?
And here we get to have fun because this isn't a choice, my friends. We get to type in things. And the text parser in this game is really, really fun. So let's start with the obvious joke. Gab, how would a dog do it? I don't know, you tell me. I don't know, maybe Junpei killed himself. The dead cannot kill anyone. Okay, maybe it was Clover. I don't know. Error. Okay, that one's not gonna have anything funny. Maybe it was Zero. Do not know identity. Gonna make a note of that because if we figure out who Zero is, maybe we can come back here and put in his name and unlock another ending. It's possible. Alright, let's try somebody like Mira. Not likely to be Q-Team. Okay. So if we go to the menu and you go to the fragment flowchart, there's obviously two answers here, and the two answers are obvious. So again, coins, I'll give you the choice. Who killed Junpei? Who do you think it was? Was it Akane, or was it Carlos? You tell me. Akane? Okay, we'll put in Akane's name. Maybe we can write June. Let's put in Akane's name. Okay, choice is made. The text parser's really fun in this game. Some cute stuff and interesting stuff pops out.
That's right. Akane. She has to be the one who killed Junpei.
Akane, why did you kill him?
I told you I didn't kill him!
I told you this game's fucking brutal. Oh! I love it. You deserved it, Akane.
I knew it. You...
No. I didn't kill.
Junpei. I'm sorry. I couldn't avenge you.
Akane? I just killed...
So if we go here, we run into our first story lock. So this is locked for now, but let's go down this path as best we can, jump back here, and put in Carlos's name, because he's obviously the other person who could potentially be at fault, right?
Think calmly. Who you...
The game will also accept me as the same answer, if I remember correctly. You put in Carlos.
Of course! Akane. She'd never do something like that to Junpei.
He's very... Yes, he's very important to me.
If that's the case, then I'm the only one who could have killed him. It might have been a demon possessing me. Or maybe it was some kind of parasite. Or I'm under hypnosis? Whatever it was.
Coming up with all these excuses.
Regardless of the reason, I was the... And then I forgot I did it because of the damn amnesia drug.
Carlos?
Don't come any closer. I'm dangerous. My body moves against my will. I might kill you next. If that's how it is, then...
Carlos, no!
Oh!
No! Why did this happen?
Mom, Dad. I won't let anyone die.
Carlos! Carlos! I'm so sorry! You couldn't have killed Junpei, and
And that is obviously a game over. Okay, so, I think I'm actually going to stop here for the night because it's a good time to end, and my back is killing me. I dropped something you saw before, and I had to kind of get onto the floor to get it, and I hurt my back. You guys know my back has all of the problems. So I think I'm actually going to end here for tonight, but next time you are free, coins, we will play more of this game, and you can continue to pick which scenes we play around with, we could just stick and do like all of the C team stuff. When I first played it, I did all the C team stuff, and then all the Q team stuff, and then all the D team stuff, but we can jump around however you like. So this will actually be interactive, which should be kind of fun. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, and I love your faces, and I will see you all very soon. Have a lovely